Good morning and welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 10월 17일 목요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. Imitation, they say, is the highest and sincerest form of praise because nobody would follow and imitate another person who has no talent or wisdom to learn from. So it comes as no surprise that many people and countries are striving to learn everything that the K know-how is all about. 네, 인천 소래포구를 찾은 수산업 강국 노르웨이 해양수산부 네스빅 장관은요. 한국은 1인당 수산물 소비량 세계 1위 국가라며 노르웨이는 소비가 감소하고 있어서 걱정스럽다고 말했습니다. 노르웨이는 물론 일본처럼 전통적인 수산물 소비국에서 1인당 먹는 양이 줄어드는 반면 한국만 나홀로 증가세를 보이고 있다고 하네요. 또한 네스빅 장관은 바다는 하나라며 해양 플라스틱 등 환경 문제가 생기면 퍼질 수밖에 없기 때문에 다 함께 노력해야 전 세계가 건강하고 안전한 수산물을 즐길 수 있다고 말했습니다. Countries all around the world trying to learn from Korea. Well, what about yourself? Who do you like to learn from? What do you like to learn? Let me give you the quiz question with that in mind. Here it is. Which of the following options is very unlikely to be sold at a fish market? 1번 clams, 2번 octopus, 3번 unicorn. 청취자 여러분의 많은 참여 오늘도 기다리고 있습니다. 퀴즈 정답 보내주신 분들 중에 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 또 여러분의 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. Okay, then let's kick off today's show with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
A magnitude 6.4 earthquake struck central Mindanao in the south of the Philippines on Wednesday evening.
어제 저녁 필리핀 남부 민다나오 섬 다바오시 인근에서 규모 6.4의 지진이 발생했습니다.
The Vietnamese government has confirmed that tap water across southeast Hanoi is contaminated with a carcinogen leading to the suspension of water supply.
베트남 수도 하노이의 주요 상수원이 독성 화학물질에 오염돼 상당수 지역의 수돗물 공급이 끊기고 식수 확보에 비상이 걸렸습니다.
Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam has promised measures to address Hong Kong's housing woes.
캐리 람 홍콩 행정장관이 민심을 달래기 위한 대대적인 주택 공급 확대 계획을 발표했습니다.
Brexit has already cost the UK economy almost £70 billion, according to a new report from the Centre for European Reform.
아직 실행되지도 않은 브렉시트가 이미 영국 경제에 700억 파운드의 비용을 유발했다는 보고서가 나왔습니다.
Lee Soo-jung, a forensic psychology professor at Kyunghee University in Seoul, has been named to the BBC's list of the 100 most influential and inspirational women of this year.
범죄심리 전문가 이수정 경기대 범죄심리학과 교수가 영국 BBC 방송이 선정한 2019년 100인의 여성 명단에 올랐습니다. Well, with the headlines and more, I'm joined by Steve. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good Thursday morning to our listeners. Yeah. Do you believe that imitation is the highest form of praise?
In a way, yes. In a way.
In a way, yes.
Thank you.
I just gave you the
It
highest.
can also be a bit irritating, obviously.
What would your imitation of me then be?
What would your imitation of me then be?
You gotta go lower.
imitation 이제 뭐 그 모방을 한다는 것 자체가 사실은 이제 그 사람이 굉장히 닮고 싶다, 대단하다라는 것이 어느 정도 내포돼 있기도 하죠. 한국을 이제 점점 더 많은 국가들이 따라하고 배우려고 하고 있습니다. And it goes for everything to do with Korea. It's not just music anymore. You know, right now we're looking at ways we can develop the maritime industry. You know, I feel like one of these days we are going to be the new superpower of the world.
Yeah, maybe not so far away, right? But talking too, you were talking about, learning things to improve your life. Here's a fun little conversational question. I'm curious to know your answers, Sue.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather be able to speak all of the languages or play all of the musical instruments? You can do both.
That's a great question.
You can do both perfectly, but you can only choose one. You can be fluent in all of the world's languages or, but not both, play all of the world's instruments absolutely perfectly.
I would have to go for languages.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I'd go music.
Really?
Yeah. Because I have zero musical ability, zero musical talent. So I think that's what makes me lean in that direction. Why would you choose languages?
Well, because I love learning languages in the first place, but I get quite frustrated when I don't become quite as good as I'd like to be.
Yeah, right.
But if I spoke all the languages perfectly, that would be one less frustration on my list of things to tackle.
It's not a bad option at all.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, just
wouldn't it be
thinking
great
about
to be able to do both?
Yeah. 모든 나라의 언어를 다 쓸 수 있으면 얼마나 좋을까요? 방양숙 님이요. 아까 수진쌤 질문이 누구한테 배우냐는 거였죠. 저는요, 여기 반디 친구들이요. 라고 하셨습니다. 네, 제가 오프닝 읽어드리면서 여러분은 누구를 이제 따라하는 것을 좋아하든지 아니면 누구로부터 이제 배우는 것을 좋아하시는지 여쭸는데 방양숙 님이 여기 반디 친구들이요 라고 하셨습니다. 반디 board is fantastic. They help each other out as they listen to the show. They teach each other things they don't understand and, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, that's a nice tool that we have here on the show, isn't it? Yeah.
And talking about the Pandy board and listeners, this week and next week is ratings week.
Okay, so what that means is, correct me if I'm wrong, if you get the phone call asking which shows you listen to the most, then obviously we would ask you to say Morning Special from EBS FM, correct?
네, 맞습니다. 청취율 조사 기간입니다. 그래서 이제 02로 시작하는 서울 번호로부터 전화를 받으실 수도 있는데요. 그렇게 될 경우에는 프로그램명을 정확하게 말씀해 주시면 정말 감사하겠습니다.
Even better, don't wait for the phone call. Find out their telephone number.
그거는 조금 어려울 수 있어요.
Even better, find out their address and go visit them.
That would be stalking.
Yes, that's true.
어제 사실은 우리 청취자분 중에 한 분이 서울 전화가 왔었다. 부재중 전화. 근데 이거 놓쳤습니다. 그러면서 혹시 청취율 조사 기간인가요? 물어보셨는데 그거에 대한 답변을 좀 뒤늦게 오늘 드립니다. 맞습니다. Alright, well if you'd like to listen to the headlines again, you can do so by visiting our website. And we are streaming live on YouTube as well. So go and check that out. Let's go to the headlines.
Headline number one this morning, a magnitude 6.4 earthquake struck central Mindanao in the south of the Philippines Wednesday evening.
네, 어제 저녁 필리핀 남부 민다나오 섬 다바오시 인근에서 규모 6.4의 지진이 발생했습니다.
Right, so this was 40 miles north of General Santos City, that according to the United States Geological Survey. They put out a report on that. The images are not good. Hundreds of people were sent rushing out of a shopping mall. Patients were forced to flee a hospital as the tremors continued to strike. There was the chief Philippine government seismologist. He was advising residents to check their homes for possible damage, but it was also good that there was no risk of a tsunami, and the reason for that was it occurred inland and not in the ocean.
네. 쓰나미는 아니라고 합니다. 그렇지만 이제 이번 지진으로 인해서 어린이 한 명이 숨지고 또 수십 명이 다쳤다고 합니다. the mayor of Davao, which is the biggest city on the island of Mindanao, is also the daughter of the president. And she said this was the biggest earthquake she had seen yet.
Is that right? Well, they had another one last month that was 6.4 on the Richter scale. That caused no major damage. But yes, this one was very scary. In terms of loss of life, the death toll thus far has been minimal. But in the town of Datu Paglas, a child was crushed to death. That happened when a house collapsed, while 4 residents of a nearby town were injured when at least 2 other houses fell down. So there has been significant damage.
네, 그렇습니다. 안타깝게도 이제 지진으로 인해서 많은 건물들이 무너졌는데 붕괴된 집에 깔려서 7세 여자아이가 숨졌다는 소식이 전해지고 있습니다. Now, the region that we're looking at here is actually called the Ring of Fire.
The Ring of Fire, yeah. It goes from Japan down through Southeast Asia and then out into the Pacific, excuse me.
Right, right.
And this is where we often hear of earthquakes striking and tsunamis as well.
네, 그렇습니다. 이른바 이제 불의 고리라고 하죠. Ring of Fire, 필리핀스가 있기 때문에 그래서 이렇게 지진이 자주 발생을 하는 것 같습니다. In contrast, earlier this year in April, there was a 6.3 magnitude earthquake, which is similar in terms of how big the earthquake was, but casualties were quite high back then. 16 dead were reported. All right, well, let's leave that there and go on to our next headline.
The Vietnamese government has confirmed that tap water across southeast Hanoi is contaminated with a carcinogen, leading to the suspension of water supply.
베트남 수도 하노이의 주요 상수원이 독성 화학 물질에 오염돼 상당수 지역의 수돗물 공급이 끊기고 식수 확보에 비상이 걸렸습니다.
Right. So they say that this is contaminated with styrene, and styrene is a carcinogenic substance. We'll get to exactly what styrene is in a couple of minutes. But since last Thursday, residents of Hanoi, they say they have encountered polluted water supplies. Many were reporting a smell similar to burning plastic coming from their tap water. So when they turned on their tap, they could smell that burning plastic smell. And as a result, people have turned to bottled water because obviously they're afraid and they're frustrated.
네, 주민들이 한동안 고무 타는 냄새가 물에서 난다 이런 얘기를 많이 했었는데요. 실제로 조사를 해보니까 상수원이 독성 화학물질에 오염됐다라는 결과가 나왔습니다. There were reports about a truck that had dumped some oil near this facility?
An unidentified 2.5-ton truck, to be more specific, dumping oil into a branch of the Red River. The Red River is a few hours' drive northeast of Hanoi. That happened on October 8th. Now, the scandal here, if we want to call it that, is that the company in charge of processing water in that area, they're called Viwa Supco, if I'm saying that correctly. Apparently, they were aware of the problem, but they failed to alert officials, and they continued despite knowing to supply water to Hanoi.
It's been a week.
Yeah, and now Hanoi officials are obviously saying that the company needs to take responsibility, saying that this is a serious and irresponsible act of vandalism.
네, 한 일주일 전쯤에 2.5톤 트럭이 이 상수원에 기름을 부었다라는 제보가 들어왔다고 합니다. 그로 인해서 아마 이렇게 오염이 된 것으로 보여지는데요. 이 물을 관리하는 업체가 사실 이 트럭이 기름을 물에 부었다는 것을 알고 있었다고 합니다. 그런데도 전혀 이것을 신고하지 않았고 어떤 조치도 취하지 않았다고 해서 지금 문제가 되고 있는데 아직 조사 중이라고 하니까요. 정확한 결과는 나오지 않았습니다만 carcinogen이라는 것은 이제 암을 유발할 수 있다라는 뜻이에요. People could get cancer. And we're looking at, of course, a vast area here, but also 80,000 Koreans living in the area.
Big Korean community there,
Yeah.
that's right. Free water, the good news, if we can find good news, is that free water will be supplied to those affected. But what styrene is, I wanted to mention it.
Okay.
It's an organic compound. It's a flammable liquid, which means you can light the liquid on fire. It's used to make fiberglass and rubber and latex, and the World Health Organization says that exposure to styrene vapor can cause irritation to the skin, your eyes, your respiratory tract, and also your central nervous system.
네, 그렇습니다. 굉장히 치명적인 화학물질에 지금 상수원이 오염이 됐다고 하고요. 우리나라 교민도 하노이에 8만 명 정도가 거주하고 있다고 합니다. 그래서 굉장히 많은 우려의 목소리가 나오고 있어요. 그래도 당분간은 이제 깨끗한 물이 임시로 공급이 된다고 하니까 좀 더 지켜봐야겠습니다. Let's go on to our next headline.
Headline number 3 this morning, Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam has promised measures to address Hong Kong's housing woes.
캐리 람 홍콩 행정장관이 민심을 달래기 위한 대대적인 주택 공급 확대 계획을 발표했습니다.
Right, so these measures were announced in the 2019 policy address, and they included substantially, quote unquote, substantially increasing the number of transitional housing projects, also offering cash allowance and assisting first-time home buyers, among others. She said that housing is the toughest livelihood issue facing Hong Kong society. It's also a source of public grievances. I have never taken this matter lightly.
Now, this speech itself became quite the hot topic because she was going to make this announcement in public, but because of the ongoing protests, she had to change her venue and make it a video recorded speech. And she promised she would give housing to all of the people, and as good as that is, people are saying, is she maybe diverging from the main topic?
Well, it is one of the issues,
Okay.
right? I mean, housing in Hong Kong is among the least affordable in the world. And some of the more specific details of what she said, 10,000 transitional housing units will be provided in the next 3 years. Also, the government provisions will be set aside for transitional housing to be increased to 5 billion Hong Kong dollars, up from the previously announced 2 billion Hong Kong dollars. So that is a significant increase in the amount of money set aside. She also said that the government will press ahead with youth hostel projects that will cater to short-term accommodation needs for young people. 2 projects specifically will provide 1,760 units, and those will be completed in the coming 2 years.
네, 홍콩에는 이 주택난 문제가 굉장히 심각하다고 합니다. 그래서 어제 캐리 람 홍콩 행정장관이 모든 홍콩 시민들이 자신의 집을 가질 수 있도록 하겠다, 이렇게 약속을 했는데요. 이제 주택난에 대한 문제는 언급을 했습니다만 행정장관 직선제, Universal Suffrage라고 하는 문제가 사실 많은 사람들이 기대하고 있었던 토픽이었거든요. 이 얘기에 대해서는 크게 언급을 하지 않았습니다. 그런가 하면은 이제 친중파 또 야당에서는 전부 어제 스피치에 대해서 캐리 람 장관을 좀 실망이다라는 입장을 보였네요. Okay, different responses, of course, from different political parties. A lot of them saying they were quite disappointed with that speech. Okay, let's go on to our next headline.
Brexit has already cost the UK economy almost £70 billion, according to a new report from the Centre for European Reform.
아직 실행되지도 않은 브렉시트가 이미 영국 경제에 700억 파운드의 비용을 유발했다는 보고서가 나왔습니다.
So this Center for European Reform is a pretty respected think tank, and they warned that if a deal is reached, even if a deal is reached, the uncertainty, the disruption of Brexit, excuse me, must not have eaten this morning.
You're hungry.
Can be expected to drag on into the middle 2020s or beyond. Boris Johnson is saying that getting Brexit done this month will allow him to focus on domestic priorities like the NHS and crime. The day is coming nearer, right? October 31st is just exactly 2 weeks away now.
Yeah, I know.
But according to this report, they found that the UK economy was 2.9% smaller than 3 years after the June 2016 Brexit referendum. It's hard to believe it's already 3 years than it would have been if Britain had they had the Remain vote.
아, 그렇군요. 영국의 경제가 2016년 브렉시트 하자라고 결정했을 때보다 지금 거의 3% 정도 위축됐다고 합니다. 이게 이제 700억 파운드의 비용을 유발한 것인데요. 우리 돈으로 환산을 하면은 100조 원 정도가 됩니다. 그런데 그동안이 아니라 이제 맨 처음에 브렉시트를 주장했던 사람들이 EU를 떠나고자 했던 이유 중에 하나가 바로 EU에 영국이 내는 비용이 너무 많다라는 것이었는데요. 그 비용보다 지금 경제 손실이 훨씬 크다고 합니다.
Interesting side note to this story is a voters' rally. The People's Vote campaigners, they're now calling on voters in the hundreds of thousands to join together for what they call the final say. That would be a march in London this Saturday to demand a confirmatory referendum on any deal. So that would essentially bring the vote, the final vote on Brexit back to the people, which is exactly where we started with this in 2016.
아, 그렇군요. 오늘 내일 영국 총리가 EU에 가서 이제 마지막으로 합의안을 도출해낼 수 있는 기회가 주어지는데 만약에 어떠한 합의도 이루지 못할 경우에는 영국 의원들이 이번 주말에 그 익스텐션 연장을 통과시킬 수 있다고 합니다. 그렇게 되면은 10월 말이 아니라 1월 말까지 연장이 될 가능성이 있는데 이것에 대해서 총리가 또 거부 의사를 밝힐 경우에는 다시 한번 브렉시트가 국민투표에 붙여진다고 하네요. 아, 2016년이 다시 또 되풀이되는 것 같은 그런 기분이 듭니다.
Wouldn't that be something? If the vote were to remain, that would make the last 3 years entirely moot in talking about Brexit. But you know, they say that this could be one of the biggest demonstrations, this rally, this march in UK political history.
그래요.
Yeah.
그에 맞춰서 이번 주말에 영국에서는 대대적인 시위가 지금 계획돼 있다고 하는데 지금까지 있었던 규모의 시위보다도 훨씬 클 것이다 이렇게 예상이 되고 있네요. Let's go on to our final story. A bit of a good note here.
Yeah, Lee Soo-jung, a forensic psychology professor at Kyunghee University in Seoul, has been named to the BBC's list of the 100 most influential and inspirational women this year.
네, 범죄심리 전문가인 이수정 경기대 범죄심리학과 교수가 영국 BBC 방송이 선정한 2019 백인의 여성 명단에 올랐습니다.
Yeah, I would encourage people to go to the BBC website to check this out because it's a really cool page to look at. So of these 100 women of 2019, the women are divided into different categories for their skills.
Yeah.
Earth, knowledge, leadership, creativity, and sport and identity. And Lee Soo-jung Lee, is in the leadership category. And I'll just read you what was on her profile here from the BBC page. Forensic psychology professor Soo-jung Lee has worked on numerous high-profile murder cases in South Korea, based at Kyunghee University in Seoul. She has challenged the legal system, helping introduce an anti-stalking bill. She believes stalking leads to more serious crimes in many cases where the majority of the victims are vulnerable women. This is really a wonderful thing for Miss Lee.
네, 지금 보이는 라디오로 그 웹사이트 캡처된 스크린샷을 지금 올려드리고 있는데요. BBC 사이트에 들어가셔서 이 명단을 확인하실 수 있습니다. 제목이 BBC what is it? 2019? BBC 100 Women 2019. 네, 이 제목을 가지고 있는데요. 여러 개의 카테고리로 분류되는데 그 중에서 이제 최고의 여성 리더 중에 한 명으로 우리나라 이수정 교수님이 선정됐습니다.
I was clicking around the different profiles last night, and I came across so many great stories. Another one was of Kimia Alizadeh, if I'm saying that correctly, Alizadeh. In 2016, she became the first Iranian woman to win a medal at the Olympics. That's since the country began competing in 1948. She's a Taekwondo athlete.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I thought was really, really cool.
That's really cool. 한국 사람은 아니지만 태권도 선수인 여성도 한 분이 이 백인의 여성 리스트에 올라갔군요. 네, 그래서 이제 이수정 교수 같은 경우에는 이제 우리나라의 그 범죄 심리 학자로서 법 체계 개선에 노력한 점이 또 인정이 됐고요. 그 다음에는 이제 스토킹 방지법 마련한 것이 또 크게 평가가 됐습니다.
Yeah, it's a great thing for her to win this or to be honored like this, but it's a great thing for us, the work that she's doing.
Absolutely. Well, since she was one of the people spearheading the anti-stalking movement, please do not go and stalk the rating system
of course.
operator.
I was kidding before.
Just kidding. All right. Well, those are our headlines. Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
Which of the following options is very unlikely to be sold at a fish market? Is it number 1, clams, number 2, octopus, or number 3, unicorn?
네. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 무료 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 노래 듣고 와서요. 뉴스 포커스 그리고 여러분의 사연 살펴보도록 할게요. 끝번호 0826님의 사연 먼저 읽어드리도록 하겠습니다. 저도 세상의 모든 악기를 연주하고 싶어요. 그래서 스티브 선생님과 세계 공연하면 완전 신날 것 같아요. I want to play all the instruments. With you, Steve.
Let's go on tour. We'll be more popular than Taylor Swift.
네, 그렇습니다. 즐거운 상상하게 해주신 스티브 선생님 감사합니다. 이렇게 보내주셨어요. Well, we don't know all the languages or the instruments in the world, but we certainly know some good songs. Here's our first one. It's Michael Bolton, All the Way. Isn't it nice to start off the morning with a bit of Michael Bolton there?
Jazz.
Jazz indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at your messages. I have a message that I'd like to introduce. 끝번호 9543님이요. Steve, I love your sense of humor and your random questions.
Thank you.
네, 그리고 전수경님이요. 선생님들 굿모닝. 날씨가 쌀쌀해지고 해가 늦게 떠서 그런지 아이가 아침에 일어나는 게 힘든가 봐요. 소영아, 일어나라. 학교 가라. Wake up. Go to school. That's what our listener's saying to their daughter.
Get up. That's the worst thing to hear when you're a student.
I know. I used to hate being woken up.
Under your covers. Oh, I used to get so cranky when my parents would try to wake me up. Yeah.
I know. And now that I'm on the other side of this whole game of waking people up, it's a different story. But, you know, when I was younger, I just hated it.
I know, right?
Yeah, even now, actually. I hate it when anyone wakes me up any time of the day.
People don't like it.
네, 그럼에도 불구하고, 네, 소영양, 일어나세요. 양우야, 양우아라는 아이디 쓰시는 분이요. 죄송합니다. 굿모닝, 꽃모닝이라고 보내주셨는데요. 수진쌤, 스티브쌤. 저도 어제 친구랑 대하구이 먹었어요. This person had king prawns yesterday. Wow. 한국인들의 해산물 소비량에 저도 일조하고 있네요.
Super yummy on a bed of salt.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that sounds really good.
That's interesting. So daegu is the fish.
Yeah.
And dahagu is the king prawn.
No. 대하. And 구이 is like cooked.
Never mind. You read the messages.
No, it's
I'll just
fine,
wait
it's
for
fine.
news focus number one.
최옥경님이요. 저는 명지대학교에서 학생들을 가르치고 있습니다. 매 순간 학생들에게 많이 배우고 있어요. 라고 보내주셨습니다. Yeah, I asked, where you get your inspiration from. And this listener says, I teach students at Myeongji University. I learn from my students.
I used to teach at Myeongji University.
Did you?
Yeah, many years ago. The Seoul campus of it. Yeah, just for one semester, I think I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you get inspired by the students that you teach?
Yeah, I mean, goodness me, it's so impressive that you sit in a classroom with students and you'd think that most people wouldn't want to learn with people that age, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the case at all.
Right,
Young
right.
students are so curious. Not everybody, of course, but the majority of, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we get inspired by you guys, so keep your messages coming in. Also, the answers to the quiz and any questions you might have about the show. Today, we have 5 vitamin C sets prepared for you. All right, let's take a look at our very first News Focus story. 자, 첫 번째 News Focus 살펴보겠습니다. 제19호 태풍 하기비스가 일본에 뿌린 비가 100년에 한 번도 나타나기 어려운 수준의 이례적인 폭우였다는 분석이 나왔습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Typhoon Hagibis proved to be extraordinarily devastating for northern Japan, unleashing more than 91 centimeters of rain in just 24 hours in some locations. Frequently, typhoons affect the southwestern reaches of Japan first and weaken to windswept rainstorms by the time they hit Tokyo. However, Typhoon Hagibis didn't travel over land for a long distance. One reason the storm caused such severe impacts is that the inner core of the typhoon remained intact as it swept across Tokyo and dumped heavy rains across northeastern Japan as well. Typhoon Hagibis will go down in Japanese history as a multi-billion-dollar disaster.
Wow, I mean, that puts everything into perspective. I knew it was a terrible flood, but it's something you only see once in 100 years. Wow.
Yeah, and the reasons are interesting too. Typically, they are down in the southern part around Osaka area, right? They'll make landfall there and then travel up the coast. So they get
Right.
weaker, but that's not what happened with Hagibis.
see.
It was able to retain its power from the ocean.
아, 그렇군요. It unleashed a lot of rain.
A ton of rain, yeah. So to unleash something, okay, think about this. You have an angry dog on a leash. The leash is the collar and the, what do you call that? Like the string or something
Yeah.
that holds the dog. You hold it in your hand, the leash. But if you unleash that angry dog, then what are you doing? You're letting it go. It's very powerful. It's very angry. And you're allowing it to attack.
그렇죠.
So think about that when you think about this. A typhoon unleashing more than 91 centimeters of rain in 24 hours. The clouds in the typhoon, all of a sudden, just like you let an angry dog go, the clouds let that rain go.
네, leash가 원래는 목줄이라는 뜻이 있어서 unleash 그러면 목줄을 풀어주다라는 뜻입니다. 즉 여기서는 이번에 하기비스 이 태풍이 많은 비를 쏟아냈다. 마치 목줄을 풀듯이 이렇게 했다는 뜻이고요. 그래서 비를 쏟아냈다. 이렇게 해석을 저는 해봤고요. And frequently the typhoons, they weakened by the time they hit Tokyo.
Yeah, by the time they hit Tokyo. So by the time is the expression here. This is so hard to explain
Yeah.
in English. Sometimes there are terms that are just so hard to explain. So rather than explain it, let me give you a sentence example. I get home after I leave the show. Traffic is pretty bad. So I usually get home around 10:15 a.m. So if Sue asked me, "Hey Steve, when you get home, can you call the show before it ends?" I can say, "No, by the time I get home, the show will be over." So meaning when I get home, that thing will already have happened. So when the storms come to Tokyo, usually they are weaker. By the time they hit Tokyo, usually they are a lot weaker.
네, 뭐뭐 할 때쯤에 라는 뜻의 by the time 뭐뭐뭐가 나왔습니다. 그러니까 스티브 선생님 방송 끝나고 집에 가시면은 전화 좀 주세요. 방송 중에 우리 생방송 연결 좀 해요. 라고 제가 부탁을 한다면은 안 된다. 왜냐하면 나는 10시 넘어서 집에 도착하기 때문이다.
A mom might say to their child, "I'll have dinner ready for you when you come home from school." The child says, "That's okay, I'm not hungry." And mom will say, "Yeah, but by the time you get home, you will be hungry."
그렇죠. 네가 집에 올 때쯤에는 배고플 거야 라는 뜻으로 쓸 수 있고요. 자, 여기서는 토키오의 그 태풍이 상륙할 때쯤에는 그 예전 같은 경우에는 훨씬 세력이 약해졌었기 때문에 피해가 덜 했었다 라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 이번에는 피해가 굉장히 컸죠. And this is going to go down in Japanese history.
Yeah, as one of the most expensive disasters, I would think. So to go down is implying almost like you're writing something down, and it will be in the history books. So here's an example. If you think back to the 2002 World Cup,
Yep.
when you look at the history books in the future of Korea, even now,
Yeah.
then it will say that was one of the most exciting sporting events in the country's history. So when you're watching it at the time, you can say, oh my goodness, this will go down as one of the most exciting events in the history of Korean sport.
아, 그렇군요. 그래서 go down in history 그러면은 뭐뭐뭐로 이제 역사에 기록된다라는 뜻인데 여기서는 일본을 지금 강타한 19호 태풍 하기비스가 굉장히 비싼 아주 돈이 많이 든 그러니까 손실이 크다는 뜻이죠. 그런 태풍으로 역사에 남을 것이다 라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 참고로 일본에서는요, 한국과는 달리 통상 태풍의 이름을 붙이지 않는다고 해요. 그래서 하기비스라는 이름보다는 그냥 태풍 19호 이렇게 부른다고 합니다. Let's listen to the story one more time.
Typhoon Hagibis proved to be extraordinarily devastating for northern Japan, unleashing more than 91 centimeters of rain in just 24 hours in some locations. Frequently, typhoons affect the southwestern reaches of Japan first and weaken to windswept rainstorms by the time they hit Tokyo. However, Typhoon Hagibis didn't travel over land for a long distance. One reason the storm caused such severe impacts is that the inner core of the typhoon remained intact as it swept across Tokyo and dumped heavy rains across northeastern Japan as well. Typhoon Hagibis will go down in Japanese history as a multi-billion-dollar disaster.
두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 서아프리카 부르키나파소에서 잇따른 무장 세력의 폭력으로 50만 명에 달하는 주민이 삶의 터전을 잃고 난민으로 전락했다고 UN 난민기구가 밝혔습니다. Let's listen to the story.
UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, is joining its partners to warn about the unfolding humanitarian crisis in Burkina Faso's central and northern regions, where each day the lives of hundreds of thousands of civilians are being disrupted by insecurity and violence. Some 486,000 have been forced to flee within the country, 267,000 in the past 3 months alone. Armed groups have also intensified attacks in Burkina Faso, neighboring countries of Mali and Niger. Regions around the three countries' borders are now hotspots of violence.
네, 최근에 이렇게 많은 난민이 발생했다고 하는데요. 50만 명 정도라고 하네요. The UNHCR is joining its partners to warn about the unfolding crisis, humanitarian crisis there.
Right. So if something is unfolding, think about, okay, I'm going to make one here. A little pamphlet, right?
종이 지금 접고 계시네요.
If you go to 예술의 전당, they give you a pamphlet, right, about the upcoming show.
Yeah.
And then when you unfold one side, you see some information here. And then when you unfold it more, you see even more information. So when a situation is unfolding, it means that slowly, maybe day by day or week by week, you're learning more about that information or more about that situation.
네. fold가 이제 접다라는 뜻이기 때문에 unfold는 말 그대로 하자면은 접혀 있었던 것이 펴지는 것인데요. 사실 의미상 뭔가가 밝혀지다, 알려지다라는 뜻이 있습니다. 그래서 아까는 뭐 un이 들어갔던 단어 중에 unleash가 있었죠. 목줄을 묶었던 동물에게 목줄을 푼다라는 데서 유래된 몫을 쏟아내다라든지 이런 뜻의 unleash가 있었고 지금 이제 unfold가 있고요. 그런 식으로 뭐뭐 그러면은 이제 되돌린다 아니면 반대로 한다라는 의미가 있습니다. 자, 그래서 they're warning about the unfolding humanitarian crisis. 여기서는 이제 전개되고 있는 계속 이제 펼쳐지고 있는 그런 난민 사태에 대해서 UNHCR가 경고하고 있어요. Now, civilians are being disrupted by insecurity and violence.
Sorry, you can do that again.
Civilians are being... Why are you disrupting
Exactly.
me,
That's
Steve?
what it means. To be disruptive, something is happening, but there's another thing that's bothering that thing, interrupting that thing. Sue was trying to read her sentence, and I was interrupting her. I was disrupting her. I was bothering her. And this is much more serious in the context of the article because each day the lives of hundreds of thousands of civilians are being disrupted by violence. So it means that their daily lives are being bothered in an obvious, very severe manner.
Yeah. Be disrupted는 방해받다라는 뜻인데요. 일반 시민들의 삶이 크게 지금 뭐 방해를 받는다는 것은 아주 약한 표현이지만 이렇게 상당히 문제가 많이 있기 때문에 일상적인 생활을 하기 힘들다 이런 뜻이죠.
One more sentence example that maybe many people can relate to.
Yeah.
If you live in an apartment complex and you're trying to go to sleep at night, but the upstairs people have children,
Oh no.
you can't sleep.
Yeah, that
So
sound disrupts your sleep.
it disrupts your sleep, right?
맞아요. 층간소음 때문에 고생하시는 분들 화이팅입니다. Disrupt가 그래서 방해하다라는 뜻이 있고요. Armed groups have also intensified attacks.
Very simple meaning for intensified. It means to get stronger. You could say that this about weather as well. You know, if it started out a little bit of rain, but then later in the day it became very heavy,
Yeah.
you could say the rain intensified, the rain became stronger, just like these attacks.
네, 뭔가 강해질 때 intensify라는 표현을 쓰죠. Let's listen to the story one more time.
UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, is joining its partners to warn about the unfolding humanitarian crisis in Burkina Faso's central and northern regions, where each day the lives of hundreds of thousands of civilians are being disrupted by insecurity and violence. Some 486,000 have been forced to flee within the country, 267,000 in the last 3 months alone. Armed groups have also intensified attacks in Burkina Faso neighboring countries of Mali and Niger. Regions around the three countries' borders are new hotspots of violence.
All right, let's remind our listeners of the quiz once more.
Yep, the question is, which of the following options is very unlikely to be sold at a fish market? Is it number 1, clams, number 2, octopus, number 3, unicorn?
I'm not exactly sure why there's such a big space between E and T in market there. It looks like some sort of technical
I'm pointing radio.
glitch. Yeah. So that would be one word, of course, everyone.
Yeah.
market. 지금 보이는 라디오에 마케트 E와 T 사이에 굉장히 큰 간격이 있었는데요. 네, 한 단어죠. 이렇게 수산물 시장에서 살 수 없는 것을 골라주시면 되겠습니다. 1번 clams, 2번 octopus, 3번 unicorn 중에서 골라주시고요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. Well, this next song is about the sort of power struggle you have between two people in a relationship, or at least the start of a relationship.
Are you talking about us?
Yes, I am. Come here, Steve. No, I'm not going to go to you. Well, why don't we meet in the middle? That's what this song is about. It's Zed, Maren Morris, and Grey, The Middle. Let's take a look at our next News Focus story. 자, 다음 News Focus입니다. 박항서 감독이 이끄는 베트남 축구대표팀이 지난 15일 2022 카타르 월드컵 아시아 지역 2차 예선 원정 경기에서 인도네시아를 3대1로 꺾으며 월드컵 본선 진출 희망을 살리자 베트남 언론이 다시금 박 감독의 지도력을 극찬했습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Vietnam head coach Park Hang-seo said he was pleased with his side's 3-1 away victory against Indonesia in Bali on October 15th. Park hailed the victory as being well-deserved for the Vietnamese team. "We played a good game today. Everything went in accordance with our calculations, and the players effectively followed the set tactics. The victory against Indonesia has brought Vietnam closer in the race for Group G's top spot. The Golden Dragons are now only behind leaders Thailand on goal difference and are 1 point clear of the UAE in third. Park's side will host the UAE and Thailand at Hanoi's My Dinh Stadium on November 14th and 19th, respectively."
The Park Hang-seo magic did it again.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
This is really exciting.
I know.
Vietnam becoming a soccer power, a football power.
Thanks to a Korean coach.
Yeah, that's my point. So Park, the head coach, Mr. Park, he hailed the victory as being well-deserved for the Vietnamese team. He hailed the victory. Very simple meaning. It means he called the victory.
그래요. 그래서 hail이라는 단어는 묘사하다라는 뜻이 있습니다. 그래서 이 성공이 베트남 선수들이 열심히 했기 때문에 당연한 결과였다. 이렇게 묘사를 했습니다.
So everything went in accordance to the calculations. It's a very formal way of talking about the game, isn't it? Yes, we played a good game today. Everything went in accordance with our calculations. So if everything goes in accordance to the calculations, it means you had your calculated plans and everything happened. The plan was followed.
Right.
Everything went according to plan.
In accordance with 그러면은 어떤 계획에 따라서 뒤에 나오는 calculations는 뭐 계산이라고도 할 수 있겠죠. 계산, 계획. 그것에 따라서 다 순조롭게 진행이 됐다. 이런 뜻입니다. And it's going to host the UAE and Thailand in November.
Yeah, next month, November 14th and November 19th, the Vietnamese team will be playing against the UAE and Thailand, and this time they will be hosting. And that means that the games will be
In Vietnam, yeah.
at the My Dinh Stadium. This game, though, they were not hosting. They were in Indonesia. They were in Bali. They were the visitors.
Yeah.
So in sports, we say the hosts and the visiting team. You'll hear the term host in sports all the time. Whoever's home stadium it is, they are hosting.
아, 그렇군요. 우리가 이제 호스트다라고 얘기를 하면은 운동 경기에 있어서는 그 지역에서 경기를 하기 때문에 그들을 중심으로 이렇게 얘기를 하는 겁니다. 근데 전에는 이제 원정 경기를 했었죠. So host here, as you said, means they're going to have a home game for Vietnam side, but for the UAE and Thailand, it's going to be an away game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the results of that.
All right, November 14th and 19th, I'll have to check it and mark it down on my calendar.
You will not.
You know me too well
You
now,
so will
Steve.
not.
You know me too well.
On November 15th and 20th, I'll be telling you what happened.
Thank you. That's good enough. All right. It's time to announce the answer to the quiz.
Ah, yes. That time of show
if
again.
you want some seafood, you can probably go to a fish market. What can you not buy there?
Well, I've never seen a unicorn for sale at a fish market.
For some reason, our writer loves unicorns and ponies.
Of course, everybody loves unicorns and ponies, right?
자, 3번이 정답이죠. 정광숙님, 7631님, 6078 끝번호 쓰시는 분, 그리고 백지은님, 정희윤님 축하드립니다. 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. It was time now for your expression of the day. What would that be, Steve?
Do you want to do host just because
Sure.
we hear it so commonly, we
Yeah.
use it so commonly,
주체하다.
but we hear it in different contexts.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
in the context of the article that we just covered, it was about the home team, right? But it's kind of always the same meaning. This weekend, if Sue wanted to invite me for a dinner party she was having, she could invite me in this way. Steve, this weekend, I'm hosting a party at my house, meaning I am the host. In the context of the article, Vietnam can be the host. So it depends on the context of the situation. But whoever is the home team, it would be Sue's house, therefore it's hers. A person can be a host as well, just like on this radio show.
맞아요.
One last example, you can play host to someone too.
Play host.
This weekend, I have some clients visiting from England. I'm playing host to the visiting clients.
그렇군요. 호스트가 이렇게 명사로 쓰이기도 하고 동사로 쓰이기도 하는데요. 주최하다, 뭔가 주최 측이다, 아니면은 어떤 뭐 집이나 지역의 주인으로서 어떤 행사를 진행한다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. Well, thank you all for writing in to the hosts of the show. That would be Steve and myself right now. 이준석 님이요. Steve 선생님 정말 잘 가르치시네요. 수진 선생님과의 케미도 너무 좋습니다. 매일 아침 많이 배워요. 두 분 감사합니다. Thank you so much. You're a great teacher. Your chemistry with Sue is great as well. Thank you very much is what this person said.
Very kind words, Junseok Shi. Thank you very much.
네, 정말 감사합니다. And thank you, Steve.
You have a great Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yay!
See you on Friday, everybody.
All right. Taking Steve out of the studio now is a Duran Duran song. This is The Reflex.